Hello, I'm David Hughes. Welcome to Your Perfect Body, the podcast of the Esoteric Teaching community. Today's selection is an essay entitled Spiritual Society. The esoteric teaching is not a religion, not a spiritual path, not yoga, not Tantra, but it supports and facilitates so many religions, spiritual paths, yogic and tantric practices. And it even facilitates art, music, science, sociology, everything you can imagine, and a great many things that in material condition consciousness you cannot imagine. For example, the science of transcendental consciousness. It has this power because the esoteric teaching is an ontology. It is the science of consciousness, the science of spirituality. It is so powerful because human beings are spiritual living entities, or souls. Therefore, the esoteric teaching, as the science of spirit, gives the proper form and meaning to human existence and activities. To give one very important example, the esoteric teaching can show us how to structure human society according to spiritual understanding. We are not talking about government or politics. Those are mundane fields best left to their respective experts. What we are talking about is the natural class structure of human society according to spiritual science. Karl Marx was partly right. There is a class struggle going on in human society. But he was wrong in that he attributed the different social classes to economics and politics. His solution was to eliminate classes by redistributing wealth and create a workers' paradise. This is foolish, because you cannot eliminate the different classes of human beings. The classes of human beings are created by God. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chatur Varnyam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasaha. According to the three modes of material nature and the work ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me. Bhagavad Gita 4:13. Social classes exist by the will of God, by divine law. Thus, it is natural to have classes, but these classes must be defined by people's quality of consciousness and the type of work they perform. The Vedic Varnashram Dharma social system is divided into four classes: Brahmanas, or the priestly intellectual class, Kshatriyas, or the martial and administrative class, Vaishyas, or the mercantile and agricultural class, and Shudras, or the worker class. Naturally, the Brahmanas are considered the most intelligent and spiritually advanced, and are held to the highest standard of moral conduct. They advise the Kshatriyas in the proper administration of the government, and help the Vaishyas perform the religious rites that guarantee the prosperity and safety of the society. The duty of the Shudras is to work and serve the other three classes. They generally are not very advanced in spiritual wisdom and following religious principles, and are prone to degradation such as intoxication and illicit sex life. These classes are not artificial because they exist by God. They are natural and found everywhere you look. In every country and among every people, these four classes of human beings exist. Some people are giving advice and performing the duties of religion. Some are giving orders and administering the state or political system. Some are engaged in agriculture, trade, and banking. And the rest are employees or servants of the former three classes. Therefore, Vedic society structured according to Varnashram Dharma, is not arbitrary. The social class to which one belongs is determined by objective spiritual tests. Thus, one's role in society is determined by one's natural aptitude and spiritual qualifications. Bhagavad Gita also describes the specific qualifications for Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. But the key to the entire arrangement of Vedic civilization is that everyone is guided by a superior. The Brahmana guides the Kshatriyas, the Kshatriya protects the Vaishyas, and the Vaishyas employ the Shudras. The Brahmanas give spiritual advice and protection to the Kshatriyas, as the Kshatriyas' business is to give legal and martial protection to the citizens. Similarly, the Vaishya's duty is to give protection to the Shudras and the animals. Bhagavad Gita 18:44 says, Krishi go raksha vanijyam vaishya karma svabhavajam. Farming, cattle raising, and business are the qualities of work for the Vaishyas. Therefore, Vaishyas should engage themselves in agricultural production and giving protection to the cows. Go Rakshya. Go Rakshya, cow protection, is one of the essential items of state affairs in Vedic society. But now there is no cow protection. The poor cows, they deliver their milk to us, feed us like their own children, and later on they are slaughtered. See how sinful the modern society is. And they still want peace and prosperity, but this is not possible. What they are doing is against the law of God. In the Bible it says, thou shalt not kill. And if you think that only applies to humans, there's another quotation. He who killeth an ox is as he who killeth a man. Therefore, the society must be divided into Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and they must execute their proper duty. The Brahmanas should be responsible for education, spiritual training, and giving advice according to Vedic spiritual wisdom. The Vaishyas should give protection to the cows, and the Shudras, they should work under the direction of the higher three divisions. The Kshatriyas are responsible for seeing that everyone in the different divisions are properly qualified. In this way, there will be very nice management of human society. Then, as is stated in the Esoteric Teaching, Kamang Vavarsha Parajanyaha. Then nature will help us. If you keep human society properly according to the directions of the Vedas, nature will also help us. Nature will give us sufficient foodstuff. Vavarsha Parjanya Kamam. All the necessities of life will be supplied by nature, simply by proper adjustment of the weather, brishti. Actually, now the whole world is suffering because of climate change. There is scarcity of rain in some places, and in other places, too much rain and violent storms. Without good weather and regulated rainfall, agriculture and trade is impossible. Therefore, during the Vedic era, Kamam Vavarsha Parjanyaha. The clouds showered all the rainfall that people needed, and the earth produced all the necessities of mankind in profusion. And Krishna says, Yagyad bhavati parjanyaha. Bhagavad Gita 3:14. If you want sufficient rain, then you must perform yajna, spiritual sacrifices according to the direction of the Vedas. So these are the indications, the directions of social management of the Vedic system. But at present, it's very difficult to perform yajna. The only yajna is Sankirtan yajna. That's the only yajna that is possible. Yajnai Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Hi Sumedasaha. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons will perform the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Now, this is a saying from the Esoteric Teaching. So if this esoteric teaching is taken seriously all over the world, and people perform Sankirtan Yajna, congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord, and implement the Vedic Varnashram Dharma social system of 4 classes, then everything will be adjusted by the law of nature. Everything, even the climate, will change.